Hello, my name is Dr. Life. I'm in the business of saving lives. I'm a first responder, responding to artificial, unnatural, man-made disasters. And in this series that I'm doing right here, it's an invitation. Um, it's an invitation to join a team to challenge unnatural monopolies. So what we're doing is we're creating a team called Cash Flow Clubs. Cash Flow Clubs have been in existence for forever. But here recently, a billionaire, Robert Kiyosaki, reminded us of how unnatural monopolies are. And if you know anything about the game of Monopoly, the bank, someone controls the bank. And whoever controls the bank, whoever amasses the most money and the most property and the most hotels and real estate, where if you land on their properties, you get taxed. The name of the game is to drain you of all of your funds, tax you when you land on their property. Ownership leads to draining the competition of their funds, and the ownership amassing more and more properties, more and more instruments to be able to tax the competition gives you a monopoly and allows you to win. This is a reality. But in America, there's a claim that all men are created equal and have the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. We don't challenge the unnatural monopolies based off of some right. We challenge based off of a supernatural, God-given birthright that our lands would flow with milk and honey. So we putting together a team. No experience necessary. No experience necessary. There's only one criteria. You have to possess the one love spirit. Because what we're going to do is we're going to put assets, my people's money, and my people's seeds into the hands of individuals who want to join this team and help compete for the cash flow. For instance, let me give you some numbers. In the US in 2017, they created 700,000 new millionaire households in 2017. In 2017, they added 700,000 new millionaire households. Do you know that there are 540 billionaires in the US alone? And just 540 households control $3 trillion in assets. This is what we call a monopoly. But those 540 households, the trillions of dollars that they control, when you look at what their families actually generate, what they make their money off of, what the monopoly is on, it's on taxing our people as the commodity. Do you know that these same individuals who created 700,000 new millionaire households, we're going to show you, they're taking 15-year-old teenagers from Iowa and they're putting a system in place around these teenagers in Iowa. And over a extended period of time from the age of 15 to 19, they're grooming these 15-year-old teenagers in Iowa to become multimillionaires. While our children, my people's children, who generate all of the revenue in fashion, in sports, drama, acting, modeling, singing, dancing. We dominate entertainment, the top sports, football and basketball. We dominate pop culture. They sell all ads, all marketing, all. We dominated. Yet 540 billionaires own $3 trillion worth of wealth. And they created 700,000 new millionaires in 2017 alone. So I'm going to show you what's unnatural about that. I'm going to show you the distractions that they have going on in our community, preventing us from getting in that game. And then I'm going to show you the system that they have in place to take teenagers and make them into millionaires in these new markets, Forex, Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, online gaming, fantasy sports leagues. They're generating all of this revenue. The fantasy sports leagues alone, fantasy sports and football and basketball, we have our people who comprise 85%, 90% of NBA, NFL, and then you have couch potatoes who can't play a lick of football or basketball, who make more sitting at home on a computer playing a fantasy sports game than our sons and daughters who getting broke up every week on the field, getting cut. That's called unnatural. So we want to put together a team. They call it foreign currency exchange because it's foreign to us, because we're not competing. We're not in the game. It's a foreign currency exchange. It's foreign. So we put together a team to tap into the assets and the resources that we have. Pool our resources. Use the commodities. We put a system in place. All we need is willing people who are willing to be givers rather than takers. That's what we call one love. It's supernatural. Build instead of destroy. Produce instead of program. Show you what I'm talking about. Show you what I'm talking about.
2 a.m. in the morning. That's real business now. So anytime you see one of them blogs come up, Allen Iverson driving 93 miles an hour at 2 a.m. in the morning with a gun underneath the seat, 3 of the 5 gonna show up. Just check it. If you don't think I know what I'm talking about, check it for me. Because y'all internet babies now. I don't do Google where you ask questions. Warning Chris is where you get answers. And just in case y'all not gonna decide to do the right thing, if y'all got a crew, you got to have a fall guy in the crew. Teddy, come here, man. Teddy, come here, man. Come here, man. Come here, bro.
Once again, unnatural. These are brand new rookie NFL athletes who getting multi-million dollars for the first time. Teddy Bridgewater, #1 draft pick. These are $20 million contracts and up. First time, probably first generation ever touching that much money. In a league where 32 teams are making more than $2 billion a year annually. So, financial principles and the ability to take $20 million and grow it into generational wealth, they could easily put our people on a path to generational wealth with $20 million, with $5 million, with $4 million. But instead of doing that, what do? They put them in front of Warren Sapp. Played in the league for 12, 14 years. And after he left the league, he was broke and bankrupt and had to go and get a job with the NFL. Unnatural. Foreign currency exchange. They've created a system called monopoly, where they have monopolized the assets, and they still use our people as the bottom rung and the engine of prosperity in a foreign currency exchange that they have locked us out of. No matter how much money they put in our people's lives, the keys to competing on an equal playing field, the tools, the knowledge, building wealth with other people's money, those secrets, those treasures, those things are not handed down. So if you want to join a team of individuals who is about doing that, that's what this is a call to do. We put together a team that will do all of those things.
How to get around all this stuff too. If you're gonna have a crew, one of them fools.
They want to talk about having a fall guy for doing crime. Why is you talking to unnatural? Having a fall guy. I just want to show you a glimpse to let you know I just want to let you know that it is purposeful, that they've created foreign currency exchanges. They've created whole new markets. I'm going to share another stat with you. This pipeline that I'm showing you, that they are taking 15-year-olds and turn them into millionaires. When we did the research, 2018, we looked at the same markets that they introduced the young man to. I'm about to play his story. But we documented 5 companies that anybody in 2018, if you had been given the information and 1,000 access to at least $1,000, and if you had the knowledge and the training or the mentor or the system in place to be able to take $1,000 in the same place that they showed this young man in 2018, 5 companies we documented: Verge, BitConnect, Rainblocks, NLC2, Pivx. $1,000 investment in Pivx, which was number 5 in 2018. If you had invested $1,000 in Pivx, by the end of the year, that $1,000 Pivx was up 2,100% in 2018. The value of the company grew by 2,100%. So that $1,000 turned into $2.1 million. $1,000, $2.1 million 1 year. NLC2, $1,000 invested in NLC2, which was ranked fourth on the list. It was up 2,900% in 2018 alone. So that $1,000 turned into $2.9 million. The number 3 company that you could have been groomed in, taught to exactly what I'm going to show you that they're doing here. And if somebody gave you $1,000, what somebody did to this little boy, gave him $2,000, put that $1,000 in Rainblocks, it grew by 3,270%, and that $1,000 turned into $3,270,000. The second one, BitConnect, $1,000 investment in BitConnect. The value of the company grew by 3,734% in 2018 alone. That 1,000 would have turned to 3,730,000. And then the number 1 to top it all, the greatest growth in the same markets that are foreign to us. Verge is a company called Verge. This is not the stock market. This is separate from the stock market. See, 2008 and 2009, most regular Americans are taught to invest in 401ks and the stock market, and they keep crashing those things. People lost their whole pensions, your pension funds. People work their whole lives, save a pension. And they know that it's a house of cards. They know that it's no value. So they've created new markets, new foreign markets outside of the stock exchange, outside of 401ks and IRAs and all of that, mutual funds, treasury bonds, outside of all of that trash, they've created markets to create generational wealth, foreign to the everyday common person. And $1,000 grew 285% to $14,200,000. This is real numbers, real companies. We've been doing our research, we've been peeping it, and now we're coming and we're here to say we got a team of young people. We have a team of individuals who've been investing in these young people while we've been doing the same thing. And what we're doing is we are launching what we call Holywood Games. We are launching what we call the Heir Apparent Ascension Program. We're launching what we call the layer cycle. It's the oldest financial recycling replenishment program to hit reset and break the old negatives, unnatural, artificially programmed bad traits and policies that they've taught our people for generations, and erase them and start fresh and compete. And all we're looking for is a group of individuals who want to see all of those things happen, want to see our communities have the same opportunities, want to see our young people compete. Watch this. This is an artificial advantage. And because nothing
won't reach that age for another. Steve Jobs was only 21 when he helped create Apple. The newest star of the tech world won't reach that age for another 6 years. But Michelle Miller shows us how he is already seeing his dreams pay off.
Do people ever call you Smarty Pants?
No.
No. Maybe they should. Eric Finman is the founder of Botangle, an online education program that links students with instructors around the world. A pretty remarkable accomplishment considering he's only 15 years old.
You can see all the best teachers. Oh, there I am.
That's even younger than his mentor, Alexis Ohanian, was when he started the online community Reddit, at the ripe old age of 22.
I'm shocked by Eric's success at this age compared to where I was.
Ohanian inspired a generation of smart, tech-savvy teens with his book, Without Their Permission, How the 21st Century Will Be Made, Not Managed. Eric read it, then took a $1,000 check his grandmother had given him at Easter and invested it in the online currency Bitcoin.
I just thought it was just such an amazing tool. It's going to be really big.
You hit the jackpot.
I hit the jackpot.
A jackpot worth $100,000. Eric was hooked. His next venture was inspired by feeling stuck in school in northern Idaho, where he couldn't find enough interesting subjects to satisfy his curious mind.
You can choose to register as a student and learn something, or become an expert and teach something.
His solution: give users a place to chat with instructors and learn about any subject, from Spanish and algebra to robotics and the violin.
I wanted it so any person like me who doesn't have the same opportunities as someone living in a really nice school district can go on my site and learn anything they want.
He launched the company in May and now has more than 1,700 users. He employs 20 people full-time. You call them freelancers.
Freelancers. No, I'm not legally allowed to call them employees.
Why?
15-year-olds aren't allowed to hire employees.
But they are allowed to be hired as interns, which is what he's doing this summer at a startup called Sprayable Energy. Where he hopes to be next is working for himself, either in Silicon Valley or New York City. The one place Eric doesn't want to go again
All right. So, like I said, this is a series. When you come back, I'm gonna show you our side of this coin, where we want to take individuals and plug individuals into this pipeline. Just like there was a mentor, we have individuals that we want to mentor. I'm gonna show you on our platform. He took people to he created a website so people could learn. We created a platform where individuals can learn the financial principles to launch the young people who have the assets and the commodities of being the best in the world at football, best in the world at basketball. So when they do get an investor, or they do get an infusion of some life-changing capital, that they'll already have the skills and the training. They've already been prepared on our platform. It's called Financial Academy. It's an online marketplace also that teaches the skills that not even the NFL teaches the NFL athletes when they go there. They got people up there talking crazy about get you a fall guy, instead of taking our people through the steps to erase the generational curses of poverty. So if you want to be plugged into the system, if you want to become an asset, if you want to help these young people of the next generation compete, if you want to help our Archangel investors invest in these young people, and then you learn how to be a mentor. Yes, we're telling you that you could learn the skills and the abilities to erase generational wealth with other people's money and other people's children as assets, and then take those same skills and abilities and apply it to your own life, to your own children, your own future generations. Why we want to do this? Because this is the way to replenish our communities, our neighborhoods. The more of our people who have the one love spirit of giving instead of taking, of building instead of destroying, of delivering abundant life instead of perpetuating slavery. All we need is individuals who have that spirit, who want to compete for these spots. So over 90 days, from December the 8th to March the 8th, 90 days, 30 days for fathers, 30 days for mothers, 30 days for the children. Every key member of the household is addressed. The offense and the defense that each component of the family unit needs to go through to be replenished and restored to be able to compete. And if you want to be a part of this team, then you need to make your presence felt during this 90 days, where we're trying to identify those who have the most passion, who demonstrate that they're tired of the unnatural. And this is the place to do it. March the 8th, December the 8th to March the 8th. 90 days. All right? 90 days to change lives. 90 days to erase generational curses of poverty. 90 days to compete. We call it the Holywood trials. All right? Come try out. Join this team. The supernatural American Dream Team. Come get it.